Hi everyone, my name is Deborah and welcome to the Edit by DH. Welcome to another video. Today will hopefully be a short and sweet video because it's all about the new Hourglass Veil Hydrating Skin Tint. And they have, I think it's like 18 shades. So I got the shade number 3, which is a fair with neutral undertones. And I got this from the Hourglass website, but there are so many retailers selling it. I will link everything down below that I'm using. So this is what it looks like. It's a very stylish, gorgeous bottle with the H on the golden cap. And then the top is just minimal, but very chic and very lightweight, so great for travel. It is £49 for 35 mils of product. So even though it looks small, it is still pretty much, you can compare it to a full-size foundation bottle for most brands. The difference is it's not in glass, so it's not heavy. You can easily carry it around, like I said. So I had to kind of look at all the different shades and guess my skin tone. Thank God it's right, because I have swatched it and used it before. Only one other time before, so I can show you with confidence that this is the right shade, number 3. And I will be using my fingers for that. However, I also got a foundation brush just to compare and show you the difference as well. But I will anyway walk you through it. Before I apply it, just wanted to give you a bit more information. So on the website, it says it's a lightweight skin tint that instantly boosts skin's moisture levels by 52% and provides all-day hydration for a dewy, healthy-looking glow. This formula melts instantly onto skin, providing comfortable all-day wear and a sheer veil of coverage to diffuse imperfections and even skin tone while visibly plumping and smoothing the complexion. It's formulated with 94% naturally derived ingredients, including hyaluronic acid to deeply hydrate and enhance skin's radiance, also infused with plant-based squalene, meadow foam seed oil and a rambutan blend. The formula instantly makes skin look and feel smoother while providing continuous nourishment throughout the day. So it says you can either apply with your fingertips, the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation Brush, or sponge. And it does say to shake the bottle before use. So I will just quickly apply it for you so that you guys can see the shade. I'm going to swatch it on my hand first. I'm not going to blend it in too much. So that is number 3. But once you then, blend it in more, it completely sinks into the skin. The great thing, even though there's only 18 shades, is that with skin tints, or otherwise known as tinted moisturizers, because it's a very sheer, light, max medium coverage base, you can get away with one that's not quite your skin tone. As long as it's got the right undertone to it, it should be absolutely fine. It's when the foundation is sort of like medium to full coverage that you absolutely need an accurate shade so that it doesn't look like a mask sitting on your face. But the skin tints and tinted moisturizers generally are quite fine. So I'm just going to swatch on my face and I'm going to apply with my fingertips. Now, as you can see, that just completely like melted into my skin. It says it's supposed to leave like a hydrating and a glowy finish, but I, as you can see, already have quite glowy skin. If you're interested in finding out what I use on my skin, there is a video link down below for a Korean skincare brand called 𝕬𝕬𝕓𝕤𝕗. But anyway, regardless of whether you use a mega hydrating brand of skincare or not, the point is this is supposed to increase hydration levels by 52%, which is a very big claim. And like I said, I am using my fingertips first just to show you the look. So at first glance, as you may notice yourself, it's very light coverage. Like some of my pigmentation still shows through, some of the imperfections on my face. But if you like something that looks super natural, that adds glowiness to your skin, that makes skin look like skin, this is the tinted moisturizer for you. I absolutely love it because I'm really into like the sheerer coverages, and this is definitely that. So if you want something that just adds something to your face, evens the complexion a little bit more, evens the skin, and adds kind of like a healthy glow, this is perfect. Now, you could easily just wear it like this and then head out to go, shopping or for a nice brunch. But If you want a bit more coverage, you can add another product on top, like a concealer, etc., which I will do in just a moment. On that note, I am so sad that they have discontinued the Veil Retouching Fluid Concealer. I think that's the full name, because honestly, it was like the world's best concealer. And when I asked why it was being discontinued, it's just clearly like not enough sales. And they did at that point mention that a tinted moisturizer was coming, but sometimes I actually like to use the Veil Retouching Fluid on my face, which meant that my concealer ran out so quickly. And when I did that, it was just as hydrating, but it was a bit more coverage than this, which is sheerer. So I absolutely love this, and I love that they've brought it out, but I kind of wish that they hadn't discontinued the other concealer. So anyway, I am going to now use the Soft Glow foundation brush, which is one of the foundation brushes that they recommended, because I'm not really a sponge person. I was really umming and ahhing about this foundation brush for a long time, just because I have so many foundation brushes, but the one thing that I always use as a brush, or I'm likely to use, is a foundation brush. So, you know, it's not like I'm never going to use it, and I will reach for it regularly. So it's shaped like this with a slight angle. It's extremely soft but also dense, which is perfect for buffing out foundation to make sure that it's smooth with no lines. So yeah, that's what it looks like. In terms of awards, I think it's the Best of Beauty Allures Beauty Expert 2022 award winner brush. It is £51, and it says it's designed to mimic the delicate and precise control of the fingertips. Interesting. This cruelty-free brush features unique vegan fiber technology and customer bristles for effortless blending and intuitive, even application. The unique design allows for maximum control for seamless application. It is especially developed to enhance the performance of Ambient Soft Glow Foundation and can also be used with any liquid or cream completion products. I believe the Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, though, is more for like normal to oily combination or just oily skin types, whereas this will be great for most, I would say almost all skin types, but especially for my dry skin beauties, because it's very hydrating. So I'm now going to add a bit more product on the back of my hand and go in with the foundation brush and see if it adds any more coverage by applying with a brush. So I'm just going to pat it on. It's interesting that it says it mimics the fingertips. I do actually think it's added a bit more coverage to my face. What do you guys think? Because this is where I've added a bit more with the brush, and this is without. So without, with, it's definitely a little bit more coverage, right? It's still like your skin still does show through, your natural skin, but if you want a bit more of a finished, flawless, polished look where you get a bit more coverage, this is a trick where you can absolutely apply it with the brush and it will apply a bit more coverage. I know that Hourglass have like a full brush set, which is very expensive. I would love to know if anyone owns it and what you guys think of it and whether you would recommend it. So yeah, you can definitely see that has added more coverage without a shadow of a doubt. And again, if you want a natural look, this is plenty coverage, plenty coverage. However, I sometimes want a really like flawless look where you can't see any of my imperfections come through. It doesn't mean that I'm looking for a heavy coverage, there's a difference, because it's all about the layering and building up the coverage bit by bit. So in that situation, I actually recommend the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer. I use the shade 1.5N, which is my skin tone. But say like if I want slightly brighter for under the eyes, I'd probably go with like 1N, if that's the colour. But yeah, this is 1.5. It has a really big doe foot. I'm not going to go too much into it or explain it because it's not about this concealer, but just to give you a bit more, show you a bit more coverage. And I'm going to go in with the same Hourglass foundation brush. I would hope you can see that there is a difference by adding a little bit more coverage. It was literally like 3 tiny dots, a little bit, 1 dot under my eye each, and it's like completely flawless now. So I just like to go in with my fingers, even though there's no texture, just literally melt everything into the skin a little bit more, so it looks less like makeup and more like skin. It's better to do this patting motion than rub, because if you rub, you're sort of like shifting and moving about your makeup, and it can create more texture. I'm just going to quickly add some powder and a bit of colour to my face before giving you my final verdict. I'm just going to quickly use this Ambient limited edition Tiger palette to apply some colour to my face. If you haven't seen my video on it, I will link it down below. So you might be like wondering, why did I bother adding powder to my face? But it's just because I get oily in certain areas of my face, which I've mentioned many times before in my videos. So I just like to add powder to the places that I know will just get very oily throughout the day. And trust me, by adding this powder doesn't mean that it takes away any of the glow. By the afternoon, I will be a lighthouse once more, being a beacon for all the lost ships in the sea, trust me. So if you see my skin, it's still very glowy and radiant. Again, I'm just going to quickly pop on a lip before I give you my final thoughts. And I know this lip is very dramatic, but I am actually doing a wear test for another brand. My final thoughts is that I love this product. It is so natural. It's hydrating, it doesn't add texture. You can slightly build it up, as you saw, with the use of their foundation brush if you want a bit more coverage, and then adding a concealer in the areas that you feel you need it. If you don't feel like you need it and the tinted moisturizer coverage is enough for you, you're very lucky, and I wish that I could say the same thing. But yes, so impressed, and all the makeup just sits so nicely on my skin. I am pleased with the final look. So please let me know if you're interested in getting the Hourglass skin tint. What do you think of it? Have you tried it? I would really, really love to know. From my end, I am a very, very, very happy bunny. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Take care.